Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people.
Alright guys, this is Malorian, and this is going to be finally the Alberta Warmachine Invitational at Grotscon. This is a event I have been working hard to get in. You have to go through chosen events throughout the year and get points and try and get invites, and really only the top, well, okay, let's say the top 14 players of Alberta are going to get in, plus the winner of last year, which turned out to be a BC guy, and then as well, you have the last chance qualifier winner that's in this too. Now, in this one, for my first round, I am up against Lucas. He is the winner from last year. So again, Mr. BC coming and win this. This is Lucas from, Blight Makes Right. And this is going to be interesting because I already played him the once and I was able to beat him there. So I was feeling really, really good. But the day before, for the last chance qualifier, he brought out the minions. So it looked like he was playing for the swap, making sure that he was going to be getting his minions and be coming in here and have the attacks to kill all my drudges, and that actually was what he was planning to do today. However, unfortunately for him, the Alberta Warmachine Invitational requires you to be painted, and his Croak Raiders were deemed to be not painted enough, and so really felt bad for him because that was part of his plan, what he wanted to do. So he just fell back to this, and so it's going to be Veil 2 versus Thexus. Again, this is a matchup we've already done, but in that matchup, I did win first, and so who knows what's going to happen now, if he wins first or if he starts changing what he does. So I'm going to be really on my toes because, it's not like he's a bad player or anything like that. He's a top-level player that's been on Team Canada, he's on Blight Makes Right, and I'm going to have to be on my guard. But I do feel I have the advantage going into this because my list, my Thexus list, has been, I don't want to say designed, but well thought out to be able to beat Legion. Alright, so in this one here, I have my Thexus, like I said, he has his guys, and from the way he deployed, it really looks like he is going to be going after the right zone. So, like you would expect, because with his tier, with Veil 2, he is going to be getting +1 to go first. He did win the first turn, and so he got to go like that, and then I decided to put Thexus over here. The last game that we played, I did win by scenario, but my plan for this one here was actually to go for clock. Lucas usually takes a lot of time to try and plan things out, work for a last second kind of assassination thing after he attritions you down. So I was actually going more for this game to be going for the clock, but with at the same time, I'm going to need to put myself here on the far left, stay away from those beasts the best I can, and hey, if I can put on a little bit of pressure, get some scenario points, why not? So in his first turn, he's going to be going up. He has his 3 main spells out. I believe the Occultation is up onto the Seraph. He has the Refuge onto the Typhon, and then Admonition onto the Angelius. He was already worried about the Ambushers, because remember with this tier here, I have 2 units of the Mind Slavers that'll be coming in. So already he has his Angelius looking that way. I think it was a little bit of a mistake because they can't come on until my turn 2, so he has nothing to worry about it now. But again, all of his beasts are on the right side for the most part, which makes me feel really, really good. So basically on my turn, I had 2 choices. I could either stay back and kind of like waste his time and then go into him later, or just run into him, and either one probably could have worked. But what I decided to do was the more holding back one. My biggest worry is actually with Typhon, because if I run in there and he gets a lot of sprays, if he starts killing off more than I want, it can go bad very quickly, because he can slipstream up Typhon, he can aim and do a lot of damage. So again, I'm going to decide to go more for the death clock approach here. I want to stay back. I want him to come into those few front little pressgangers I put there, and then I want to come up there with the Mindbenders and the Overlords, spray away all of those Hex Hunters, and then I should have the numbers just to swarm over him. So on his turn 2, he does his best to try and kill off some of the guys there. My toughs really kind of start coming up here, so he does manage to kill off those front 3 pressgangers, but that's really it. Otherwise, the big thing that's going to be happening here is really that he shoots with that one Ravagore, kind of goes nowhere, but I kind of say like, maybe I'll run somebody in there for fun. But here's the biggest thing, guys. He accidentally forgot that this one here is Killbox and Killboxed himself. So, whereas before I was thinking I was going to be doing this one for Death Clock, now Scenario is a much more live thing. So all I need to do is get 3 more points and I win this, and getting at least 1 point for dominating my own zone is almost like an auto thing I can do. So given that, I decided to actually pop my feet pretty early, knowing that his assassination is very, very dangerous, especially on Thexus, because with the obliterations coming after me, I can't, sack pawn that away. So I fully camp everything, go into the zone, I pop the feet, really just to get those 2 Hex Hunters out, because I could probably spray them down, but if the sprays fail, that would really, really suck. So I thought, you know what, let's just pop the feet, get myself 3 points. Otherwise, I get some more Risen. I run 1 Risen into that Ravagore Scather, just because why not, right? Just for laughs. I said I was going to do it, so I did it. And otherwise, you can see I brought in my reserves from either side. I was able to tie up the Angelius, and I believe also the Ravagore. I got somebody, not in the Ravagore, Typhon. I got somebody in the Typhon as well. So this is really good. I am up now 3 points to nothing on the Scenario. I have guys all over him, and it's really going to take a lot of his clock to try and get out of this. Now, the only thing I don't feel good about this turn is I really want to try and kill off more of his Hex Hunters. I killed a couple of them, but again, I really thought I'd be able to kill a lot more, and it just didn't really line up in a way that I could really do it. So whatever, I still can go after them next turn. So on his turn, this is where I think going for the Scenario real push was a mistake, because he decides that since he doesn't really have a good chance overall now, that he's going to go for the assassination. And so what he does here is basically on the right, he is able to go around with his Typhon and Angelius, kill some guys, go with his Hex Hunters, kill more guys, Angelius on the left and the Seraph, same thing, coming around, killing some guys, then coming down with the Ravagore, taking a shot at the Warden, because the way I need to get Thexus into the zone without having to TK myself was with charging my own guy, and that means I'm now going to be within range, so that when he pops Animus and shoots the Warden, we're both going to be on fire. And Thexus, who's only armor 14, hates being on fire. Otherwise, then he does a little bit of damage with boosting the blast. He pops a little shredder out of the spawning vessel. It comes up. Then Bale, she pops feet, shoots the shredder, and starts arcing over some obliterations. Now, I'm armor 22, and these are POW 15s. He also hits me with a Icy Grip first, which minuses my defense and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, it's dice minus 7 for the actual damage. And at first I was a little bit scared, but his first one does really poorly, does like almost nothing. And then his second one like cranks the damage, and that is horrendous. I can't believe, I can't remember how much I was left with, but it was somewhere around the thing where I was like down to like 5 boxes left. So really not good. I really thought that camping the full 8 would make it so I would just be fine, no problem. But clearly I have underestimated him, and now I have to deal fire. So what I'd love to do is just like heal myself and then like run away, but I can't run away and kill box myself because of the Icy Grip. So the way it works is I might as well use all 8 to heal myself, because after I go and do my things, he won't be getting very much onto me, and probably just like 1 obliteration will be it. And so whether I have it on me to reduce it in damage or whether the damage is already healed, I might as well heal myself. So what I'm gonna have to hope to do is back away, heal myself. I would love to start going for more Scenario, like on the right, trying to go and destroy that objective with Alexia and things like that. Or on my side, if I could find some way to unlock my zone, that'd be awesome, but I just can't do it. Lucas is being very careful. Both the Angelius and the Ravagore are in such a way that if I TK them out, they'll still have an edge in the base. Otherwise, I just double TK and then Rampage out the other one. But yeah, that's not going to be a thing. And so I'm just going to have to kind of hope that I can just go back and survive. So basically, that's what I do. I back away and I heal. I otherwise do my best on the right to really go after Typhon. Typhon takes a lot of damage. I'm able to kill off the spawning vessel, so that goes away. I really try and go after the Angelius and take the Angelius on the left out, but I forgot about Admonition, so he doesn't take 3 Adrenal Flood charges. So he has a whole bunch of lost aspects all over the place, but he still has all of his beasts. Like, the only beast I killed was a Shredder, which isn't really great. He does have a lot of Fury down, so there might be a lot of Fury issues he's going to have. Also, Alexia's up there, so if he wants to upkeep at all, or, you know, whatever, he's going to have to deal with Alexia first. So, yeah, fire, by the way, did not go out, but fire didn't kill me, so that's good. Yeah, just cross your finger, guys, because all I can do is hope he doesn't kill me now. So what happens here is I believe he does have a little bit of frenzy issues. I think it was just the one Angelius on the left that freaked out. That's it. No, actually, no, that's wrong. Nothing frenzied at all. Otherwise, what kind of happens is that he has to really find a way to get Alexia dead. Because if he doesn't kill Alexia, well, that means he can't then kill Thexus, because if he wants to do one obliteration, it would take his whole stack. He can't boost. And at this point here, he's deemed to roll an 11 to kill me with an obliteration. And so he really wants to boost that. So otherwise, you know, Typhon on the right, he's basically useless because he's so tied up and hurt. The Angelius on the left does its best to free things up for the Seraph. Eventually what happens is that he has to try and come after me with the Ravagore and with the other Angelius. And when he actually gets some attacks onto Alexia, he does just enough with his last attack, because he actually missed like the first thrust or whatever it took. But yeah, the Angelius going after me does just enough that if I killed every single Risen, I would still die by 1. And you remember way back where I ran 1 Resident into that Scather just for laughs? Yeah, I was really regretting that now. So either way, Alexia goes down, the Seraph flies down, gets within range barely to be the 10 inches for the obliteration. He comes down, arcs through, like shoots a little thing at his Seraph, hits, goes through and does the obliteration, boost, and I go down. And he did it with only 14 seconds left. I was kicking myself so hard because I came so close. I think overall I made some very big mistakes. Probably the biggest one being not making sure to try and kill off the Angelius. And also going into the zone, because I believe if I would have stayed back, even though because of kill box I wouldn't have been that far back, if I wouldn't have gone up to 3, I think he would have gone to his more defensive style that he normally plays, and maybe I could have gotten the death clock off on him. Yeah, otherwise I could have also held the feet. You know, there's a lot of things I could have maybe done, but I had such high hopes for this this tournament here that I was going to maybe make it to 3rd round and all this stuff. But Lucas beats me in the 1st round. And to be honest, guys, this was a really great game. You know, he is a very strong player, and this was a very tight game that really probably could have gone either way, right? I mean, there's a whole bunch of what-offs on either side, but it was just really nice to kind of get to the end of this one here and say, you know what? That was a great way to end the tournament. A very, very close game that I'll remember for a long time. Now, unfortunately for the Alberta Warmachine Invitational, it was elimination, so this meant I was out. But hey, at least I got to go and watch some other games and watch my brother get to the finals. So that's going to be another video coming up later, but that's going to be coming after my final thoughts. So stay tuned for that. And otherwise, guys, thanks for watching. If you have any other thoughts of what I could have done differently in this game, or some maybe angles I missed, please let me know, or just any other comments you have, and we'll catch you later. Bye. Hey there, if you liked watching this video, please go down and give it a like down below you here. And if you have any concerns or questions or comments, please put those in the comment section as well. You know, the best way for me to give you what you want to see is if you tell me what you like seeing and what you don't like seeing. So otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.